You're listening to the Incomparables Total Party Kill podcast, in which a group of friends play Dungeons & Dragons on the internet for your amusement. This is episode number 414, recorded January 2022, posted August 2023. Flying and Dying.
Welcome back to Total Party Kill. It's me, Tony Sindelar, a Dungeon Master, your Dungeon Master, the Dungeon Master of the hour. Today, we are continuing Candlekeep Adventures, The Book of the Raven. But let me introduce our players, and then I'll remind you and them of what is happening. First up, it's Aline Sims. Hi, Aline. How are you? How you doing?
I'm in Barovia.
It's true.
I play Bellin Greybeard, so that's good. Mountain Dwarf Fighter, and our pronouns are she, her.
Yep. Also joining us, James Thompson.
I'm playing Nyasa Nightweaver, she, her, and it's always interesting to visit new places.
Yeah, even if they're full of undead that want to kill you. Also here, Nick Scott. Welcome back, Nick.
Thank you. I play Neural, a human barbarian, and our pronouns are he, him.
Also, it's Monty Ashley.
Hello, I play Townley Mountain Taker, he, him, a human warlock.
And last, but certainly not least, Annette Wierstra.
Hello, I play Kakara, who is an Aarakocra ranger, and both she and I are filled with foreboding right now.
Mm-hmm. So where are our adventurers? Our adventurers are in a graveyard. They are fighting some gargoyles. Several, I was going to call them an army, but that might be overly pessimistic. A squadron, a group, a platoon, a bunch of ghouls have decided to join the fray and are scampering toward them across this graveyard. But this is not just any graveyard. Our adventurers passed over from a shadow crossing. They basically laid down in one grave and woke up in another, in an altogether different realm of the world. Whether they are totally aware of it or not, our adventurers are in the spooky, horrid land of Barovia, the kingdom of one Stradvan Zarovich, a name that they've not yet heard and probably will not strike any fear in them because they've never heard of it before. But they are here. They are seeking to close the shadow crossing so that undead will cease pouring forth into the yard of a weird abandoned house they found as directed by a bird or a ghost bird. Something sent them on this quest. That's what we're doing here. This is Book of the Raven. This is Candlekeep Mysteries. The mystery is, will our adventurers take a quest from a bird? Answer, yes. We are in the middle of combat. Let me remind you of the order. It is going to be Kakara, followed by Nyasa, followed by Team Ghoul, 12 ghouls joining in packs of 3 from all quadrants of the graveyard. Ghouls are followed by Neural, followed by Townley, Bellin, and last, and probably not much longer for this world, my duo of gargoyles at the bottom of the order. Any questions, concerns as I crank things up, adding a dozen ghouls to the mix?
Plenty of concerns, but go ahead.
All right. Kakara, you are first. I believe you are up in the sky, flapping around, doing battle with a gargoyle.
Yes, and I am going to take a moment to dig deep into myself and activate my charm of heroism, which gets me 10 temporary hit points and a +4 on my attack and save rolls.
To be fair, a +1 D4, so you have to roll a D4.
Oh, plus D4.
So it could be up to 4 or as low as 1.
But we're going to take it.
You know, earlier in this evening, in fact, you laid a ghost to rest. And, you think back to that moment, flashback to that time that we buried a locket in a grave and didn't dig up a dog that we were weirdly fixated on digging up, laying a ghost to rest. So that's your action, which is most of your turn.
Yes, and my bonus action is to still take a swipe with the dagger. And that is still only a 12 with that bonus.
All right, you slash. Oh, remember that you get to roll a d4 because you're blessed.
I did. That includes the D4.
Well, I'm sorry. Even with those fond memories of laying a ghost to rest, you slash the gargoyle kind of darts and you fail to connect with its stony, flappy extremities. Kakara, are you done?
That is apparently I am highly ineffectual in battle
Well, it's a process.
this time.
Nyasa, you are positioned kind of in the middle of the graveyard. You, I think, are aware of these packs of ghouls converging from all directions. You might think about where you're going to go on your turn here.
So I am also going to remember fondly back to the time I watched somebody bury a locket and activate my charm of heroism. And
Okay. That's your action?
That's my action, and my bonus action is I'm going to hide behind this bush.
Health is a team resource. I assume you're using your move action to also hide behind that bush.
Yeah. So I should...
Give me a stealth check.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
I will tell you, ghouls are not the most observant.
That was a natural 20 plus 7.
Okay, you disappear into the shadows, leaving your friends to be murdered by ghouls. Speaking of ghouls, it is the ghouls' turn. This is going to be a rough change of experience. So there's a pack of 3 ghouls that have kind of scrambled through the gates of the cemetery on the east side of the graveyard here. Sorry, it's a graveyard, not a cemetery. I always get those mixed up. Or is it a cemetery?
Is it connected to a building? Or
There's
is it...
no church nearby.
Then I
So does that
believe
make
it's
it a
a cemetery.
But the graveyard counted as a graveyard because the house was nearby in the brand on the other side. Okay.
It was a yard.
I think I'm used to thinking of it as church adjacent, and there was no church. So yes, this is a cemetery, perhaps even a necropolis, depending on how big it is. So 3 ghouls have wandered in through the gates here. I don't know how many of you have fought ghouls before or heard tale of them while hanging out in a tavern not being murdered by ghouls. But ghouls are undead. They are known for their insatiable hunger for humanoid flesh. They are kind of a step up from zombies in that they are fast. And they have these horrid bites that they try and look at you, try and chomp on you with. I would say they're of the fast zombie variety of undead. Which is to say, the ghouls who just came in through this graveyard see you, Townley, standing there and have no trouble closing the distance with you to attack you.
Oh, heck.
Yeah, sorry.
How about the ones on the south? Do they see me? Because I'm closest to them, too.
We haven't dealt with them yet. They are on, there is kind of a change in elevation here between you and them. So
okay.
They may, and the stairs are over here. So we'll see I'm not worrying about them yet. So these ghouls are going to clamber over toward you. Now, ghouls have 2 different types of attacks they could do. They could either bite you or claw at you. I think they're going to start with the claw attack for reasons that will become apparent in a second. So I'll do these one by one because it will matter. First claw attack on Townley Mountain Taker is a critical success. Not a great way to start. Sorry, Townley. Ow! I rolled max damage on one of my rolls. 13 plus 2 is 15 slashing damage.
Okay.
One of them just slices you across the stomach. Probably there's some stuff pouring out of you. And now this is a personal question. If you are not an elf or undead, which I believe you are not an elf or an undead, you need to make a DC Constitution saving throw as the horrible cut.
DC what?
10. DC 10 Constitution saving throw. Because in addition to some of your insides are sneaking out, it burns.
I rolled a 7.
You are paralyzed by the horrible whatever it is that a ghoul just did to you. You can't move or speak, and you are basically frozen in place.
All right. Probably academic, but I'll just check which of the spells I was going to use. Use a verbal component. All of them. Go ahead.
Yeah. I will tell you, I will tell you, Townley, at the end of your turn, you can repeat that saving throw, and of course it would end as soon as
Why don't you attack me with the other 2 ghouls, and it'll probably be pretty irrelevant what I was going to do on my turn.
The other 2 ghouls will also claw at you. I have rolled a 2 14s. Does a 14 hit you?
They both hit. Yes,
all right,
they do.
you were going to take 14 more damage total from them because they didn't roll critical.
I'm out.
All right. Townley is down. The ghouls kind of do a gruesome victory dance.
I had a really good move I was going to make if I had survived this attack.
I'm sorry.
There was no way I was going to survive this attack.
The other ghouls, let's see here. These 3 ghouls come lopping across the graveyard. They do 2 move actions to close with Neural, but they are out of actions to attack. These 3 are going to run up to Bellin. Bellin, you're getting 3 ghoul attacks on you. Oh, I'm sorry. I feel like I suddenly started rolling a hot streak here. Well, actually, no, that's about even. Bellin, a 6 is going to hit you. How about a 10? No. How about a 22?
My AC 16.
All right. 3 ghouls rush up to you. Only one of them connects. You take 7 slashing damage, but you also, unless you're an elf or an undead, need to succeed on a DC 10 Constitution saving throw.
13.
All right.
Sorry, that was 10 points of damage?
7 points of damage.
7 points of damage.
You shake off the horrible burning in the cut one of them made to your arm.
Okay.
All right. These 3, I guess these 3 over in the southeast corner. They lope across the graveyard. They come down a set of stairs. They are looking for Nyasa, who disappeared here. They're sniffing the air, but they are not finding anything. And so I guess they kind of waste their turn looking around for you, and then start scuttling over in the direction of Bellin and Neural. Neural, you are up next. You have 3 ghouls that have converged on you. There is a hurt gargoyle on the ground, still positioned under Bellin. There are suddenly a lot more bad things around you than there were but 6 seconds ago.
Okay. Well, this makes me very angry. So I enter a rage. I am also going to start doing frenzied attack, so I can make a melee weapon attack as a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm also going to activate my heroism. So I believe that gives me a 10 extra hit points and D4 extra damage.
Yes. I think it's D4 to hit, not damage.
D4 to hit. Okay.
Yes.
So I'm going to attack the gargoyle.
Now, the tricky thing, if you activate the heroism, that is your action, so it would not let you... So I don't know if you want to save that for a time when you're not attacking.
Okay.
There's
well,
a tricky... Yeah.
The heroism then.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to go after this gargoyle here. And...
Well, do you have a bonus action attack or something like that? Because you had to use your main action to activate the Charm of Heroism.
Oh, no. Yes, I do have a bonus action. Sorry.
Okay.
So I'll do that.
Okay.
So
You used your bonus action to enter a rage.
Oh, did I?
If you entered a
okay,
rage, then yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so then...
I think this turn may be for Neural Basic. You go into your little interface and flip all of your switches. Raging, reckless, heroic, power up.
Okay, so that's basically that turn.
I think so.
Okay.
All right. Townley, you are next. You are down on the ground. The ghouls are scooping bits of your inside out and feasting on them. I think you need to make a death saving throw.
I will make a death saving throw. 14. That is a success. Do I have to save against paralysis, or when I come back to life?
When you come back, you would not be paralyzed.
Well, okay, good.
Yeah, I think recovering from death has its benefits.
All right. That's it for me then. Carry on.
All right. Bellin, you are kind of surrounded by ghouls and still sitting on top of a gargoyle.
Yeah, I am. There are no good options right now. Okay, so
but there are options.
There are a lot of options. They're just not good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, first of all, Warhammer. Hitting this gargoyle with my Warhammer. 13.
A 13 does not hit a gargoyle. They're very tough. They're made of stone.
Okay. Morningstar. Morningstar's better. 17?
17 definitely hits a gargoyle.
Okay. A whole 6 points of damage, which I know is 3 points of damage.
Yeah.
I am also going to take this opportunity to use my action surge. No, not my action surge. I'm going to use a bonus action to take my second wind.
Okay.
To get 1d10 plus 3 hit points back, because I have a feeling I'm going to need them. And that's my turn.
All right. It is the gargoyles next, who really were supposed to be the fearsome leader of this group, but I think the ghouls end up being representing in quantity alone. So first up, I'm going to have the gargoyle that's under Bellin do another opposed strength check to try and get out. I have rolled a 17 this time. Feeling better about that.
You're going to be surprised. Are you ready for this?
No.
I rolled a 1.
Okay.
Oh, we're so
The gargoyle scrambles out from underneath and is going to flap up into the air and kind of laughs at you, cackling. I think that's the gargoyle's turn. The other gargoyle, he's going to flap off in the direction of... actually, you know what? This gargoyle's real hurt. Going to flap off in the direction of only fighting Kakara. I think they've decided they can take out the flying people that will help them first. The other gargoyle is up there and is going to try and bite and claw at Kakara. I have rolled a 6 and a 16.
The 16 hits.
5 slashing damage.
I'm very upset.
Well, it is your turn.
Okay, so
Use it.
I'm just gonna pause and say, like, are we gonna try and fight everything? Or are we gonna try and like run away?
I mean,
Like, can we take all of this?
I think if anyone else goes down, our chances are limited because
Because I can like probably like fly in and drag people out of the situations and drop them into
From
you
the
know,
great-
or we could.
From the great beyond, I will observe that we'll have a much better chance if you guys stop drinking potions and regaining hit points and start attacking these things.
Yes.
well, we've drunk all the virtual potions that we had.
I did try to hit.
I did-
I've been a lousy
Didn't
hit.
work.
I did bravely hide behind a bush.
Okay. Well, like I'll do another round of trying to hit with my.
Now, I will
bonuses.
say there may be some strategy here. Gargoyles, hard to hit, lots of hit points. Don't take half damage from your non-magical weapons. You don't know how hard ghouls are to hit or how many hit points they have. They probably are not made of stone and therefore take normal damage from your weapons. There's also a lot of them. So there may be a thing where eliminating some ghouls quickly would be, even though the gargoyles are already damaged. I don't know. I'm not going to tell you that's the right thing to do. It's certainly something to consider. I think it was pretty bad that on the and literally on the last round, I had 6 ghouls attack out of my 12 because the other ones had to basically spend their turn getting places. You probably don't want to be taking, as a group, 12 ghoul attacks next turn.
If I leave the gargoyle though, I have to I can't move. Right?
There's a ghoul that's pretty near you if you just want to attack that ghoul.
Well, can I like lower down to the ground to attack?
You weren't that high up, right?
Then I will use my daggers to attack. That
So you kind of flap in the direction of the gargoyle as a feint, and then try to stab a ghoul in the head.
And that is a 15.
15 definitely hits.
So that is 6 points of damage.
All right. Ghouls don't like that.
And then I also am going to use my other dagger on him. And that is a 11.
11 does not hit.
Okay. So that is what I do. I
All
gotta
right.
stab in on one ghoul.
Nyasa, you are hiding in a bush.
I think Nyasa has a better chance with 3 ghouls than 9 ghouls.
So you're going to wait until the other 9 ghouls go back to like a shift change? Changing of the ghouls?
I mean, I could hide in a bush for a long time. No, I think I'm going to sprint out from my cover and head over to as far away from the others as possible and try and save my friend Townley.
I would say just fighting those ghouls so that they don't continue to feast on Townley's unconscious body is a service that you are providing.
Yes. I mean, I when he regains, hopefully, his consciousness, I would like him to have the right number of arms.
Classic
I don't
Townley,
think there's
2 arms.
anything. I don't think there's any way you can save.
I want to try,
Okay, I appreciate it.
and if I fail, I will run away. But I will try first.
Do you have some kind of multi-ghoul attack you've been saving for this moment?
No. Well, I can do. I can attack one, and then I can do a bonus action attacking the other.
Okay.
So the one just above me, I will attack with psychic blades, and I have rolled a 17 plus 5.
That definitely hits.
And this is going to do 3d6 plus 3 damage. So we will find out how tough these ghouls are. 6, and a 1.
Good start.
So that is 16.
That ghoul is still alive, but barely.
Okay, well, I can then use my bonus one and do 1d4 damage and see what it'll do to that one.
All right, you stab at it again with your left hand.
And that is a 15.
15 hits.
3 damage.
That ghoul is still alive, but barely.
Is it alive?
Well, it's still undead, but barely. Bad news, it is Team Ghoul's turn. There are still 12 ghouls on the board. Let me just take a sense of where we are. 3 ghouls were standing over Townley, but have turned to face Nyasa. 3 ghouls have engaged Neural, 3 ghouls have engaged Bellin, and 3 other ghouls are kind of milling around in the middle, trying to decide what to do. Let us start with the 3 ghouls that are going to attack Nyasa first. Critical fail.
I'm surprised that the
and
ghouls do
22.
not continue to tear into my unconscious body, given that's what ghouls are designed to do.
Yeah,
Maybe
well,
they like live flesh more than...
something has come up and stabbed
All
them
right.
from behind. They respond to movement. Well, I did roll a critical fail, a 21 and a 22.
The last 2 will definitely hit.
All right, that's bad news. You'll take 14 total slashing damage, 7 from each. Now, I believe because you are a night elf, you are not susceptible to the paralyzation thing, so you do not need to save against Constitution saving throws.
Yep. High elf.
Okay.
Want to keep pointing that out. High blood. So I have 10 temporary hit points, which I assume
You
I
had 10 hit.
Yes. Okay. And what was it? It was 14 total.
It was 14 total.
Well, I'm still standing, but these guys are pretty tough.
These 3 have seen Nyasa run over that way, and so they give chase, but they are not as fast as Nyasa, so they are coming toward you. Back on the other side of the graveyard, 3 ghouls attack Neural. I have rolled a 5, a 12, and a 14.
The 15 and the 14. Or my armor class is 14.
So the 14 will hit. You will take 7 slashing damage and give a Constitution saving throw, try and get a 10. Bellin, I have rolled a 7.
I rolled a 9.
Oh no, a 10 and a 20. So you're going to take 7 slashing damage as well.
Do I need to save from...
Yeah, you need to save from
paralyzation?
paralyzation.
Did not.
Oh no, everyone is being paralyzed. Neural, it is your turn. I believe when you are paralyzed, you are very limited in what you can do. And the main thing that you may be able to do is do a saving throw against paralyzation.
I think that's all I can do. And I roll a 13.
All right, you shake it off, but it costs you your turn. Townley, death saving throw.
6, a failure.
Oh no.
I am
you
now
slide-
at 1 success and 1 failure.
Yeah, you slide 1 step closer to death, but also you had slid 1 step away from death, so you're about equal in the middle, but like obviously a lot closer to death than anyone would like, right?
At least those 3 ghouls did not claw into me, which would have killed me immediately.
Yep. Bellin, there is horrible ghoul saliva coursing through your veins. I think you need to shake off the paralyzation.
Didn't do it.
All right. Gargoyles are next. This one gargoyle is really badly hurt. It is going to flap over and take up a perch on the top of the mausoleum and pretend to be a statue. This other gargoyle is pissed at you, Kakara, and is going to try and eat you. Critical fail and critical success. So,
Yay.
yay. You are going to take 8 slashing damage. How are you?
Thanks to the 10 extra hit points, I'm still doing okay.
Okay.
I'm just wondering, like, cause I kind of want to go in and like disengage and trying to drag my friends out of danger, but I'm not sure that I can do enough to get them out of danger.
I mean, I can disengage as well as an act. Well, not
So
as an
you know what? We can talk with your psychic talking power to
I would-
see if
yeah,
we can
I'm
figure
just
out
gonna-
a plan
Well, things
to
are real
save
bad.
ourselves.
I'm
I'm going to
thinking
give you a moment to strategize.
I could possibly grab Townley and make it disengage, grab Townley, make it into a grave as my turn.
Can I do like a strength check to see if I can lift? I don't know if I can, but a dwarf and
And a barbarian?
a barbarian and
It would be better
like
for me
lift
to
them
try and
out
disengage.
But
Yeah,
you're
stick-
are you paralyzed still?
I am unparalyzed now.
Okay,
You
you're
stick-
unparalyzed. So I could maybe lift, because I can't. Yeah, I could then maybe lift Bellin out of danger.
Let me ask you some real specific questions to help you out here. How many hit points does each person have? Because the important thing here is in terms of turn order, it's Kakara, Nyasa, and then the ghouls attack.
Yeah, that's the thing. I've got 17.
You
Which-
and you might even kind of think about how many ghoul hits can I take before I go down.
I have 14,
That's.
but
2
I'm
ghoul
also
hits.
can stay out of range
True.
because I'm in the air.
I'm not.
So I have to worry more about the gargoyle.
I've got 6 ghouls heading for me. So
Yes.
my options are kind of limited. If these graves do not work pretty quickly, as
Yeah,
As
you're
if they
assuming
don't
that
work as we hope they work.
if you just dive into the grave and you're just there, I don't think that's a great plan.
no,
Convenient. It's a time saver for.
but you know, honestly,
It's like at least we're choosing where we're buried.
we don't.
He
have-
died as he lived in a grave.
But you know, beyond that, I'm dead when 6 ghouls catch
Yeah.
up with me.
Basically.
But I have a chance to pick up Townley, shove him in a grave, jump in a grave. I think that's doable.
Whereas
Bella-
I could try and pick up Belland, and then if I'm in the air, we just have to fend off a gargoyle attack because I can't pick her up and get to the graves because I
You
can. My
pick her
flying
up,
distance is 50.
Drop her, pick her up again.
Bellin, how much hit points do you have?
I have 17, so I've got 2 good hits.
And you are
I'm
currently
done.
paralyzed, which is inconvenient. And Neural, did you say how many hit points you had?
32.
Okay. So Neural is the one healthy person.
Okay, so I feel like maybe we should try this. I'm gonna try and pick up Belland. You're gonna try and grab Townley
Keep
and
in mind-
get, and then Neural will
okay.
see what we're doing and figure. Or if you can talk to both of us, we will try to disengage and get to the graves.
Yeah, I think that's our. We get to the graves or we get to our graves. I think that's it.
Yes,
And
and this was a useless adventure.
no,
You
it was
accomplished
a
none of
very
it.
interesting
Yeah, we-
adventure.
We put that
We
Baron
learned
to
something.
peace.
Yeah,
We
Yeah,
learned,
and we ca-
but coming into this other realm, we have learned.
we
It
can.
is
I think
difficult.
you've learned some valuable things about Barovia.
Yeah.
Yes.
we
Yep,
Don't want to
exactly.
be here.
Never go there.
it's awful.
Yep.
Yeah, I think retreat and try and save as many of our friends as is possible.
Okay. So I disengage and fly to Belland and try to pick her up.
You know what? Here's a question. You could disengage, which I believe takes your entire move action, or you can just fly away and the gargoyle.
Disengage is an
Okay.
action, not a move.
Oh, you're right.
action.
You're correct. You're correct. It's your action.
Okay, okay. So I could move and just hope the gargoyle fails to attack me or fails
to hit you. That would give you
Okay.
more movement than,
Okay.
than disengaging. Disengaging is a very tactical. I'm moving away without getting hit. Versus you may be more in a I have ground to cover situation.
Okay,
I have
because
a,
I have a lot of ground.
I can
The,
do
the
disengage.
gargoyle has rolled an 11 to hit you.
That fails.
All right. You swoop down. You probably grab Bellin basically with your talony feet by the shoulders and lift her up.
Yes.
Give me a quick strength check to lift a armored dwarven fighter.
I got an 11.
I will take it. And you, especially, you've got some heroism pumping through your veins. I think you could have technically added a d4 to that. You scoop up Belen, and now what?
Okay, so I'm going to fly as close as I can. So these are each, I assume, 5 feet squares?
Yeah.
3 squares to get to Belen.
Yep.
If I've got 50 feet, how many squares can I move?
10 squares.
10 squares.
A lot of squares.
1, 2. Can I move diagonally?
Yeah.
Yep.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I think I can take us over to these stairs over here.
And if you use your action to dash, you can get your full movement again.
Yep.
Okay, well then I can do that, and then I can probably drop Belen
basically
into a grave.
Plant Belen into a grave.
And then so we'll find out if this works, and then I can drop into a grave. Well, you know what? I'm not going to drop into a grave myself in case I can continue to help.
Good choice. Good choice.
Drop Belen in, see what happens.
All right,
Yes.
let us. Now, there's an important medical question here about Belen. Belen, you were conscious when this turn started. Somebody just picked you up and grabbed you away from 3 ghouls that are going to attack you.
Mm-hmm.
I have rolled incredibly poorly. I have rolled a 7, an 8, and an 11. An 11's not going to hit you, right? So the ghouls are just like clawing at the space you used to be. So you are still conscious, but paralyzed as Belen, you are dropped into a grave. Belen, you are unable to move, and so you just see the kind of cold night fog roll into the grave. Your eyes kind of shift a little bit. It's hard. They're like the only part of you that's not completely paralyzed. And 1 second passes, and you are looking at a different night sky.
Oh,
A
I still
familiar
have the option
night sky.
to roll for Constitution savings throw for her turn. 'Cause she's not actually doing anything.
She
on her
Belen.
turn.
Well, it's not
yeah.
her
On her
turn.
turn.
It's not
Yeah.
her turn yet.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was her turn. Okay.
Yeah.
No.
No, it's not her
This,
turn.
this happened
Am I
on
still
Kakara's
paralyzed though?
turn. We'll say no.
Like just okay, cool. So I can get out of the grave.
Yeah, unfortunately,
All right,
you
thank
wake
you,
up
I appreciate
paralyzed in the grave. The raven's looking over you and say, "Oh, how sad!" as they then proceed to bury you, because clearly you are dead.
Nothing good comes out of Barovia.
Yeah.
I don't think.
All right, Kakara, big turn. Nyasa, Nightweaver. I don't know what you're gonna do next.
So I can disengage as a bonus action.
Wow! Oh,
as a cunning
rogues.
action.
Rude.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
That is rude.
I am going to do that. I am going to grab Townley. I am going to sprint to the top. Forget the plan about going back in the graves that you came from. There isn't enough time.
Nearest grave in a
Grab the
storm.
nearest grave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I am going to chuck Townley in the one on the far right, and I am going to jump into the one next to it. And
All right.
yeah.
I just imagine you just kind of throwing him like a sack of potatoes in one grave and then swan diving into the grave next to him.
I mean, I think that's really all I can do.
Because I live for drama, I have to ask, do they get an attack of opportunity on me as I leave their area?
I don't think so. I think they were engaged with Nyasa. I don't think they were engaged.
You're
with
just food.
Yeah.
Do I take a point of damage as I am thrown into the grave?
I don't think so. It's not that far down.
Okay, just checking.
Were you 1 point away from permadeath? Is that what you're asking?
No, if I take any damage while I'm rolling death saves, they count as failed death saves.
Oh, okay. Yes. Oh, yeah. Townley throws you bodily such that you land right on your neck. I'm sorry. You are Townley. Nyasa throws Townley, strategically face first into the grave. All right. I guess that happened. I guess because you took the disengage, I can't do anything about it. So
was my
Nyasa.
plan.
Yeah. Nyasa and Townley wake up back by Shalai artifacts in an increasingly crowded grave. All right. I think this is where it gets tricky. We have 6 ghouls that are in the general vicinity of you, Neural.
I mean, we
so
saved some people.
Yeah.
I'm not saved yet. I could still
Not you,
easily
Nero.
die.
Yeah, Townley is still dying, like, rapidly.
I have
A
no
lot of
healing.
Townley's blood is still here. So I'm going to roll 6 ghoul attacks on you, Neural.
Sorry.
Sorry, Neural.
Sometimes you have
I
to
have
make the
rolled.
difficult decisions.
8, and 11 on the first 3.
Okay, no good.
And I have rolled, okay, a lot better on the second ones. I have rolled a 15, a 12,
Hit.
and a 22.
Miss. Hit.
Is that 2 hits then?
2
Yep.
hits.
2 hits. That would be 14 slashing damage total, and you've got to make a Constitution saving throw against paralysis.
Okay,
You can
and
do it,
Constitution.
Neural. We believe in you.
Even though we ran away, we believe in you.
Oh,
But hey, I'm
God, I
still
only
here.
got an
I
8.
could still fly.
Oh no, Neural is frozen. Well, Neural, it is your turn, so you can try and shake it off.
I will try and shake it off.
Shake it off. Shake it off. Shake it off.
Yeah, this paralysis attack they do with their claw is
21.
Well, you're out, but you were not able to disengage, which I think was your plan, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
All right, Townley, you're fine. You're back in the other realm. Bellin, other realm, fine.
Can I make a death saving throw?
Yeah, why not? Why not?
15. I succeeded.
All right.
Yay!
We'll say that you're also one of the raven where ravens runs over and stabilizes you after that too.
Oh, hey,
So-
thanks, buddy.
There and the other were raven says to Nyasa like, short trip, huh?
I will relay to them what is on the other side.
What does that sound like, Townley?
Well, I saw the Queen of Air and Darkness. She was so beautiful. Oh, you mean before I died?
Yes.
There's another graveyard. It's real spooky, full of gargoyles and ghouls and stuff. And a giant castle, real foreboding like.
You were totally right. We really do not recommend going there.
Yeah, our whole kill 2 ghouls a night plan doesn't seem so bad now, huh?
No,
No,
it's pretty good.
Carry on
yeah.
with it, I say.
Yeah,
Yep.
all of our party might not make it back, but, that's a lesson we've learned.
Y'all got any more of that porridge? I could really use some porridge right now.
Bellin, you're there. You're paralyzed. You can shake off the paralysis.
Yeah, like I'd like to get out of the grave.
You
so
climb
I
out of the
guess,
grave.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess there's no point in me going back through because I'm,
Pretty badly hurt.
yeah.
All right, Kakara. It's
Okay.
just you and Neural.
So I am
Save
going to
yourself.
use my move to go back and
No,
try and
save
pick
yourself.
up Neural. So that's probably another strength check.
I think so. I think he is stout.
And I rolled a 24.
All right, you launch down with the determination of a hero, grab him by the shoulders, and launch yourselves up in the air. The ghouls are scratching and clawing in your general direction. I'm going to have 2 of them attack Kakara. I have rolled an 11 and a 22.
One will hit.
You'll take 7 more damage. And 3 of them are going to attack Neural. I have rolled a 13, a 16, and a 14.
2 hits.
2 hits. It's 14 damages total. Are you alive?
What was my damage?
7.
Yes, I am still alive. I have 4 hit points.
Yeah, it's 7 damage.
I'm still
a
alive.
hit. All right, you're still alive. More than that, you're still conscious. Do you have any movement
And
left?
I am. I think. Let me count. 1. Yeah, I could make it to a grave, toss him in, and dive in after.
All right.
So-
I recommend you do that.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so you do. Everyone kind of comes to in a crowded grave back outside Branifax. The ravens, kind of help you all bandage up your wounds. But there's a lot of tut-tutting from the elderly ravens about, see what happens? This is why we operate the way we do. It is perhaps not the most heroic end to an adventure.
We saved the
excuse
lives
me.
of...
I feel like That was
some-
pretty heroic.
You know what?
Nyasa was
Sometimes,
very heroic.
sometimes the lives you have to save in an adventure are your own.
Are your own.
That was a byproduct of my heroic rescue.
I think there's probably the question each of you must face in your hearts in terms of, do you want to wait around and do this again, or is it time to leave this spooky house forever and never talk of the not so successful adventure to the Scarlet Sashes, to Chalet Brantifax here on the edge of civilization, and the next time any kind of bird or squirrel or woodland creature offers you a book, you just tell it to scram and throw that book into the woods. For answers to questions such as that, there is no episode. But friends, I think this is the end of Book of the Raven, one way or another. I think unless there's any questions, we will wrap things up for here. I know that, this wasn't the tale of epic successes that we might have liked. You don't have any riches, but you survived, and that is sometimes how it goes with Dungeons and Dragons. So
Life is the true treasure.
It's almost
The friends
as
we
good.
made along the way.
I will thank my players for joining us here for Candlekeep Mysteries Level 3, Book of the Raven. Nick Scott, thanks for joining for your first Tony adventure, but your second Total Party Kill adventure.
Happy to do it.
James Thompson, thanks for being here, running the stream, doing all that stuff.
Well, it's a pleasure, and I feel Nyasa had some moral growth. Didn't just run and save her own skin. So,
Aline Sims, aren't you glad that I brought Barovia into this? Annette, you got to be Kakara again. You like that?
I do
you
like
didn't
that, and I
die.
do like flying, and I didn't die. It's a success.
And last but not least, Monty Ashley, thanks for being here.
Thanks. I technically survived.
Yeah.